Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
And of course, Governor Newsom calling out President Trump over what he calls the militarization of the National Guard and sending the Marines into L.A., as some now wonder if Governor Newsom could be the unifying force for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, and tonight's Politics at Large. Steve is live with us in the studio. With who, Steve, that message was for, as we saw a fiery display yesterday?
No question, Hunter, Tony. Yeah, that was just an 8-minute speech, but the governor getting a lot of attention for it. He was not only addressing Californians, his message also meant for the rest of the country, too.
Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
Gavin Newsom going on the offensive against the President of the United States after he called in the National Guard and active duty Marines.
This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation.
He's like, we're going to fight fire with fire. Let's go at them the way they go with us.
Republican political strategist Mike Madrid, who has been critical of both Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump, says this speech marked a new day for the Democratic Party seeking a unifying force.
He's become a standard around which national Democrats are rallying because they're seeing something they have not seen.
Madrid adds Newsom's podcast with Republicans and prolific social media posts has now put him in a place to deliver his messaging to more people.
He is establishing himself as the tip of the spear in the resistance against Donald Trump.
It's totally politically posturing.
California Assembly Minority Leader James Gallagher says Newsom's speech warning democracy is threatened is disingenuous.
He stepped on civil liberties, civil rights. He went around the legislature, was making law around the legislature, during COVID-19 while he went to the French Laundry.
In this moment of crisis, will California's Gavin Newsom now become the national voice of the Trump resistance?
What's happening right now is very different than anything we've seen before.
Well, the governor's Trump resistance continues tomorrow. That judge is set to rule on Governor Newsom's lawsuit against the Trump administration deploying those federal troops in the state, guys.
Wondering how this is playing out nationally. It's always interesting to see the polls. I know that obviously some things have changed since the last polling was done, but what can you tell us?
Well, there's actually been some polling done just within the last week as this has been happening. The Quinnipiac poll just came out today based on polling from the last week. It did not focus specifically on the LA protests, but again, it came during this time period. And right now it says the Trump's approval rating is at 38%. That's down 3% from April.
And unless I missed something, it was interesting that President Trump didn't have a counterpunch right away to what Newsom was saying.
You know, it's been a tit for tat thing. So it won't be too long before we see something else, I'm sure.
He's going to be making that maybe tomorrow with all eyes on that federal case that's going to be playing out. We know you'll be tracking it for us.
You got it.
Steve, thank you.